Well. Hello and welcome. The Buffalo Bills nearly gave me a heart attack over the weekend. The Josh Allen fourth quarter fumble combined with the not fumble by the Colts receiver late had my blood pressure sky high. I don't even want to talk about my thoughts during the dreaded Hail Mary, but thankfully Micah Hyde swatted that shit. Game over. Bills won their first playoff game in forever. Phil Rivers had a really good game. He looked like he was playing back in San Diego. It has been a hell of a ride for him. He has nothing to be ashamed of. He played a great game, unlike his fellow draft class quarterback Ben Roethlisberger. If Rivers does call it a career, which seems likely, he can certainly hold his head up high because he has nothing to be ashamed of. Before I unpack everything, I want to say, if you haven't already, please do me a solid and subscribe to the channel. Also, like these videos, it makes a huge difference for me. If you're already liking the videos and are subscribed and you're looking for another avenue to support the channel, I want to let everybody know I have a Patreon linked in the description of this video. Feel free to check that out. And that's it for today's announcements. So getting back to the Bills-Colts game. Man, this game was a roller coaster. It was great to see people there. Pinto Ron, this guy in a white bear gorilla suit, the dude who was crying. It was amazing. It looked super fun. I wish I could have been there. I think it's safe to say that the Buffalo Bills as a team did not have their best day overall. Now, a lot of things played into this. The whole first half, it seemed like the Bills were starting with terrible field position. And Indy has really good offensive and defensive lines. Honestly, I'll admit that I underestimated that team. But the Josh Allen factor is real. Allen had a great day. Again, passing for over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and rushing for 1. Allen, Gabriel Davis's toe drag swag, and a bomb to Diggs got it done offensively. Now, on the other side, I think Frank Reich had a great game plan for the Bills. Dominating in time of possession. He deserves major props. I thought he called a great offensive game. Even though the fourth down was controversial, I would have went for it if I was playing the Bills. They did a great job getting the tight ends involved in the pass game while also utilizing Hines and Taylor. At the end of the day, they did fall short, but it was a hell of a game. Respect. It's encouraging that the Bills got punched in the mouth all game long, but kept answering the bell on both sides of the ball. I thought going into it that the first playoff game was going to be the hardest mentally, just because everything's swirling. It's impossible to not listen to the noise of 25 years, haven't won a playoff game, first playoff game in forever. It's a lot of pressure. And even though these guys try their best to isolate themselves from all of that, a little bit's going to seep in because it's impossible to fully ignore. Now that they have broken the ice and finally have gotten that elusive playoff victory, no one has to hear about it anymore. The confidence floodgates have opened and the sky is the limit for the Buffalo Bills. They're going to need that confidence because this week is a juicy matchup. Before I get into that, I want to say that I am never rooting for the Pittsburgh Steelers ever again. Literally, the one time I decide to be a Steelers fan, they lay an egg against a team that they've literally dominated for years. Yes, Cleveland is a good story and I guess I'm happy for them, but my team comes first and I didn't want to play the Ravens. Thanks for nothing, Pittsburgh. I hope you suck for the next 10 years. Although I am concerned about the Ravens game itself, Baltimore versus Buffalo is going to be an awesome heavyweight matchup. You got Allen, you got Jackson. Who's the better quarterback from the 2018 draft class? Also, the Bills' high-powered offense against Baltimore's unique rushing attack. 2 pretty good defenses. It's going to be wild. It's going to be a great game. There's really no doubt about that. The biggest concern I have as a Bills fan is the ability to stop their rushing attack. Without a doubt, Lamar Jackson and those running backs are going to get their yards. But I got faith in Sean McDermott that he's going to put together a solid game plan to slow that attack down. Now, I know that they've had run defense issues all year, but you don't have to respect this team's pass game as much as KC's. What I think the Bills are going to do is make Lamar Jackson try to beat them with his arm. We have a good secondary. Good luck. Although the Bills did lose the game last year, their defense hung right in there with Jackson and that offense, and they were not the reason they lost that game. Last year, they held Jackson to 11 carries for 40 yards and 145 yards passing. As long as they can bend but not break in this matchup, the Bills will be in very good shape. I will be doing an in-depth preview of Bills Ravens later this week, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching. It is an exciting time to be a Bills fan. Enjoy yourselves and go Bills.